This is the Action Movie Guys podcast, bringing you action movie reviews from across the decades, plus box office numbers and insight like never before. And now, your hosts of the Action Movie Guys podcast, Alex and Nate.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode number 276 of the Action Movie Guys podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and this is my co-host,
Alex Figueroa.
And on this episode, we also have a very special third co-host, and your name is?
Scott, a.k.a. Joe Joker's Movies.
There he is. Scott is here, and he is going to be breaking down this film from 2008. Now, this is the last in our comic book movies with no sequels month, and we're doing a little movie called Wanted, of course, directed by Timur Bekmambetov. I can never say his name. Don't ask me. It's Russian and it has a lot of letters. But he directed like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Did he do? No, he did Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And he directed Day Watch and Night Watch, which are like these cool vampire action movies from Russia. And he's done a few movies since this. So, Alex, before we get started, when was the last time you watched this movie? And had you seen it in the theaters? Any of that stuff?
You want to laugh? This was my very first screening of a movie.
But you've never seen this?
No. I seen this movie, but Angelina's, my wife's mother-in-law got like premiere tickets to this thing. And it was my first time seeing it before we released in theaters or whatever. That's the last time I seen the movie.
So it's been a good 15 years since you've seen
15
it.
years I've seen this damn thing. And I saw it digitally. I had to rent it. I don't own it in 4K like everyone else.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Scott, what's your experience? Did you see this in the theater? Well, you would have been younger, but did you see this in the theater, or how many times have you seen this?
When this came out, I was in 8th or 9th grade, and it was a bootleg DVD. Shout out, thanks, Dad.
Hey.
So.
Okay, nice. I saw this at the theater. I was 21 years old. I was the perfect age for this movie. This movie was made for me at the time when I was 21. So, okay, so that's our experience. Now let's give you some Rotten Tomato scores for this. Guess what? The last episode, X-Men, both positive. This episode, both positive. Now, not quite as high. 71% critic score, which I actually was surprised when I looked up the scores for this. 69% audience. So both fresh, but, a little bit lower. You find any of those numbers surprising, or you can kind of think they're on par for what you watched?
I'm surprised that for this type of comic book movie, that is that high. I mean, geez, they gave Watchmen some whack-ass numbers compared to this one.
I agree. This 71, I was surprised that it's that high.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear the financials?
Yeah, tell us
really quick. The movie was budgeted at $75 million.
Okay.
And worldwide, $342 million. Successful.
Big time. I remember when it came out, I saw it in a packed theater. Like, it was like all the way full. And this is, of course, a comic book by Mark Millar. I don't know how you say it. Like, I think he also did The Kingsman and like Kick-Ass. Like, they're all those rated R kind of comic book movies. This comes from that kind of style. So, with that being said, we have a great cast: Morgan Freeman, Angelina Jolie, James McAvoy, young chubby Chris Pratt, Common. So let's go ahead. Oh, and David O'Hare, that guy with that annoying voice that's in like every movie he's in. He has an annoying voice. The guy who jumps through the window at the begining. His voice sounds like he needs to clear his throat.
Wasn't that Harry Potter in the movie?
He was in one of the Harry Potters. Yeah, he always sounds like he needs a lozenge to me. I don't like it. And of course, Thomas Kretschmann is in this movie as well. So, Scott, you're the guest. You get to go first. You're going to tell us about our lead character. He is, of course, played by James McAvoy. What did you think?
So, I thought his character, I do like his character. I gave him a 4. Now, I didn't give him a perfect 5 because his character does annoy the shit out of me in some of his things. Because he becomes, total badass by pretty much the end of the movie. And I'm like, yeah. But in the middle of his training, he kind of annoys the shit out of me because he's like, I'm ready. I can shoot the wings of a fly. So if it wasn't for all that stuff, I'd give him a 5 out of 5. But no, he's a 4 out of 5. So.
Yeah. All right. And Wesley, by the way, his name is Wesley. Okay, Alex.
I agree with Scott. I gave him a 4. I thought he was a great character, but man, he is annoying as shit. Like, if he knew his woman's getting banged by another dude, like, why the hell did he just like went and punched the guy already in the face? Like, he already knew who it was. It was his best friend, and he brought the condoms for his girl to get banged. So that was even weird for me. Then, of course, in terms of the actual, like, I agree with Scott. In the middle of the whole thing, he's like, when she was like trying to save him or whatever you want to say during that whole plot twist, he's screaming all over the place. He's like, I'm like, dude, she could drive. By the time she flipped over a bus, you should stop screaming.
Yeah, relax already, bro.
Yeah, it's like you already know you're in good hands. Like she could drive. Like that annoyed me. But other than that, I agree with Scott. Great character. So I liked it.
We are in a complete accord on this one. I gave him a 4 as well. I think I agree with everything you guys said. I like the journey overall. I do like him by the end. So I agree with Scott there. Like by the end, I was like, okay, here we like pretty much from when he get from the scene on the train with his dad, his real dad. From then on, I liked him. But before that, like I was like, I'm tolerating him, and I like James McAvoy as an actor. I think he's good in the movie. Like he's good, the person, but the character gets on my nerves. You're right. He's so wimpy, and like it's almost too wimpy. Where it's like, okay, bro, like even if you have anxiety and you like this goes overboard, it's like too much almost, right? Like they have to make him look like such a sad sack of crap before he can like do anything. So it just took a little too long, but I do like the overall journey. And by the end of it, I do like him. I think he's a good character. Strong. He's a strongly written character, but just I didn't like some of the choices. So we're all in agreement here with a 4. Okay, now main villain who ends up being Morgan Freeman of all people. Alex, what did you think? Was it Sloan? His name is Sloan.
Sloan. I gave it a 4. I thought he was good. Actually, he was great. I mean, Morgan Freeman is good at whatever he does. The only thing I didn't like is that he did not fight. The reason I gave him a 4, not a 5, that he pretty much trained this guy to kill his father. Like, that's some diabolical shit to me, man. Like, he literally trained this dude to kill his own dad and lied to him about it. So, that's the reason why I gave him a 4. But I think the whole gang, as a group, I gave them the 4. I mean, Angelina Jolie, whether she was good or bad, but she was doing what she was told, she was hot.
She's always good. She's always good in my book. No
she was hot. So, anyway, with that said, I gave her him a 4, Morgan Freeman.
All right, 4. Scott. Now you're making some faces. I don't know what's coming up. I don't know what's coming down the pipe here. What did you give for Sloan?
Mr. Sloan, well, I'm going to change the gears here. I gave him a 2.
Whoa, that's the Nate gear. That's the Nate gear.
Let's go.
Absolutely nothing. And the reason I gave him a 2 is because he's Morgan Freeman. But other than that, he does not do a damn thing. He's just like, Wesley, this is your destiny and stuff like that. And that's all. That's all he does. And then, you know, he's standing there at the end trying to kill him after everybody else has tried to kill him. And that's it. He's a terrible villain as far as doing stuff. So 2.
Love it.
All right. Well, guess what? We got a 4 and we got a 2. Where's old Natey Poo gonna land? Well, let me tell you. You guys are nice. I gave him a 1. A 1. I gave him a 1.
Not even a 2 for being Morgan Freeman.
I love Morgan Freeman. I love him. Great actor. Great voice. Alex, I agree with your premise as far as what he ultimately did of like getting this kid, bring him in to kill his own dad because his dad is too good and he'll kill everyone else. But to Scott's point, he doesn't do crap the whole movie except walk him around this building and say, we make textiles. This is where we knit these blankets. The letters come up and we figure out the name. That's pretty much all he does. Everyone else trains him. The fat butcher guy trains him. Freaking guy who beats him up. Common teaches him guns. Angelina Jolie really is his like master splinter for him. And Morgan Freeman's just there. And then at the end, it's revealed that he's been making up the names himself, like picking and choosing who he wants to kill. And then he gets shot in the head. He dies. He doesn't. And this guy's supposed to be a top guy, and he doesn't know that that's not him this guy just went back to work like normal at this job where he hit someone with a keyboard and called the lady a fat whale or whatever. Like, there's no way. It's so stupid. And then I do like when he gets shot in the head at the end, though. His face is hilarious. So I didn't like him. So I gave him a 1. Scott a 2. Alex a 4. Alex liked him. Hey, it is what it is. It's very cool. All right. Action scene, Scott.
Oh, it's a 5. There's no doubt about it. Every like 5 minutes, there's some sort of chase. There's some sort of shootout. There's some sort of ridiculous flipping the car and then shooting the guy in the limo. I mean, come on now. It's a 5. 5 out of 5 for me. That's all I got to say. Take it away.
Damn. All right, Alex, what do you got?
It's a 5. I agree. I mean, there's nonstop action, and the action didn't feel cheap like in other action movies. Like, this actually took the comic book action and actually did it. And I actually enjoyed it. I like the bending the bullets crap. I thought that was pretty cool. I love how she uses whatever slow motion to look at what she was gonna do, and she took the car and went on the side of a bus and took off. Like all that stuff was cool. Like even that car chase was really cool too, with the truck and they shooting at each other. And then at the end when he uses the mice to blow up everything, like that was all preset in there. I think everything was actually really well done and very well put together. So I gave it a 5.
Yeah, I agree. I gave it a 5 as well. I think you're right, Alex. Good point as far as like they knew they were making a comic book film and just leaned into it. Like, look, this is not real. This is not based in the real world of any sort. This ain't reality. And you get that right from the beginning when that dude runs down that hallway and he's going like 70 miles an hour and jumps through the window. He's shooting the guys in the air. Like right off the gate, you're like, oh, shoot, I'm going to like this movie. Plus, it's R-rated. And you know me, there's blood and there's good kills. I'm in. I love the rat scene at the end. I like when he shoots that guy in the head and then uses his body as like a human shield.
Oh, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he's like
really
shooting people. Also, when he catches the gun upside down and he's shooting it upside down, I was like, that's cool. That's not something you see like ever. And Angelina Jolie is pure action. Anytime she's on screen, she's pure action. She's absolutely gorgeous. She drives the car with her legs while leaning out the front and shooting a shotgun. That's a crazy scene. They got a Dodge Viper, which is not a car you ever see in any of these movies. So that was pretty cool. And I like the train scene. I thought that when she crashes the car through the train and then they have the whole thing and it derails, like, and I don't know if you guys agree, but even for a 15-year-old movie, the effects mostly held up. Like, I don't think it's over the top, but nothing looked really bad as far as like the CGI or anything like that.
I agree with you. It all looked well, but you know what's kind of funny though? That last scene, the scene with the father in the train reminded me of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. It was exactly the same. Like if you really look at it, whoever saw it or whatever, you'll see what I mean. But I know Nate knows what I'm talking about. There was a lot of similarities of the action in that movie. But other than that, I agree with you. For 15-year-old, did not look, and I bet it looked amazing in 4K. I don't own it in 4K. But how did that look in 4K disc?
Good,
you guys.
Especially sometimes CG can stick out on 4K, but it did not. I thought it looked really good. Okay, so 5s across the board. This movie got the action. This is what we do this podcast for. It's movies like this. All right, storyline. Alex, what'd you think?
I gave it a 3. I thought it was good. To me, it wasn't great or perfect. I mean, they gypped them in terms of like they didn't tell them the right information, and I think that's what to me I gave it a 3 is the plot twist. I thought that was really good. I thought it held up very well for 15 years. I haven't seen this damn movie, so it held up really well. I was like, holy crap. Other than that, I think everything else was a very generic comic book storyline, right? A loser that, gets picked on or has a bad day at the office, and all of a sudden he knows that his father's this great guy.
Finds out he has a destiny.
Him. Yeah, then this hot girl comes in and trains him and all this, and then becomes a badass. So for me, I was just like, oh, it is what it is, but it's a typical comic book movie thing. But I gave it a 3. I thought it was good at the end of everything.
All right, Scott.
I fully agree with Alex. It was a 3 for me. It was good. I'm mixed on it. I love some parts of the story, and some parts there's just not enough information. Like the whole binary code in the cloth. Like it's just like they're like, Wesley, it's fate. It's fate. It's a necessity. And I'm just like, well, then what does that mean? There could be like more story there, but they're just like, it's fate. So 3 for me.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's the one thing that always bothered me. I gave it a 3 too. I think it's solid. Like I don't show up. I don't put on Wanted for the incredible story that it has. You know what I mean? Like it's too, even though it is a comic book, that's fine. But I agree. There's not enough information. Like okay, so this is the fraternity. It's been around for all this time. They make these freaking sheets, and then it comes with the letters. They make it, and it makes a name, and they don't confirm who it could be. It could be 1,000 people with that name. There's, it could say Jose Rodriguez. You know how many Jose Rodriguez's there is? A ton. How do they even know which one it is? And you're right. Who is in charge? Like, who are they killing these people for? Just fate? Just because this thing said to do it? Or like, who set in motion? There's no rhyme or reason. Like Assassin's Creed. Give me a target and why. Not just the thing said to do it. That always bugged me about this movie. And then I agree with Alex. You could see everything that's going to happen before it happens. Like, okay, I know this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. But it's fine. It's not bad. It's just good. So 3, 3, 3. All right. And then overall, Scott.
Overall, it's a 5.
Ooh,
I absolutely love this movie. Yeah, it's been a favorite of mine since I saw it when I was in 8th or 9th grade. And I absolutely love it. 5 out of 5. So got enough more to say there. 5 out of 5.
Alex.
Nice. I was tossed up. It's funny because out of all the scores that I had, I left this one blank because I wanted to hear what you guys thought about this. I normally don't do this, but for me, like I'm still like tossed up on like where do I want to go with the seesaw in my brain. But I might go with the 4. I think it's a great film. At the end of everything, it's a great graphic novelization of a movie. So I thought that I love that. I thought it was all cool about the whole thing. And I think Angelina Jolie, it was right to pick her at the time because she was hot at that time. Like she was like the hot commodity. What I mean, like in terms of movies, like what? Because I think Salt
is
came
after
out
this.
around there.
Yeah, right. Like I think the next
Yeah.
year or two after.
Yeah, because she had a block of just mad movies like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Wanted, Assault. Like she was just a hot commodity in terms of the action genre to staple. So for me, I think she was the right choice for that character, and I gave it a 4. I think it was great.
Yeah, I'm at a 4 as well. I think that this movie it's a lot of fun. And by the way, Alex, just so you know, she had Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Or right before that, Alexander. Then the next year, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Then she was in The Good Shepherd, which had a crazy cast. Then she did that Beowulf movie. Then Kung Fu Panda. Then this. Then Changeling. Then Salt. So she was like doing a lot of big movies and working with big directors, and she was an Oscar winner. Yeah. So, I've always had a blast with this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I mostly watch it just for the action scenes and the kind of kinetic energy that it has. It's funny. Some of the jokes don't land for me. Some of them are a little bit like not. Like, I hate Chris Pratt's character in this. Like, he's annoying to me. I like Chris Pratt in general, but I don't like him in this. But I think some of the jokes work, some don't. But it has a certain over-the-topness that I do enjoy. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a good popcorn movie. Sit around with your friends, watch an action movie. It's under 2 hours. It has a decent enough story, a great cast. You're watching really good actors, and it has really good action scenes. So a solid 4 for me as well. I'm same boat with Alex. All right, so what is your total points, Scott?
Total points, 19 out of 25.
19, Alex?
I got a 20. I'm definitely picking this up in 4K. Like I told my wife, I was like, you know what? I think this movie still holds up and actually is really good. And so I'm definitely going to buy it, and I gave it a 20.
Nice. I'm at the low, man, but I gave it a 17. That's because I gave the villain a 1. Yeah, so a 17 for me, 19, 20. We're still in the ballpark again. We're all pretty close. This is a good time. This is a good comic book action movie, like very heavy on the action.
Very solid.
Yeah. This is not a story-driven movie in any sense of the word. All right, so next week, continuing on with the X-Men franchise with X2, X-Men United. And you know what time it is? It's time for a new month. So, Alex, I'm going to give you the movies, and you have to tell me what the theme is. So I did this last time. I think it's a fun game. Let's see if you can tell me what it is. These will be in no order. This is not the order we're doing them in. The movies are going to be Serenity, Cowboys and Aliens, The Island, and Starship Troopers.
Well, I never seen The Island, so who's in that?
Scarlett Johansson and Ewan McGregor.
Okay, so I never seen that. What's the theme?
Yeah.
Well, they're all space, right? I mean, Serenity is in space. They're smugglers, from what I remember.
Yeah, it's Cowboys like a space
and Indians.
western.
Was it Cowboys and Indians?
Cowboys and Aliens.
I never seen that.
Okay.
Everyone told me I needed to watch that because I like it.
Well,
I would like it.
You're gonna
so
be
I never
watching
seen
it.
Yeah, never seen that. So I don't know. You got me. What
it is Sci-Fi Action Month. We will be doing sci-fi movies, or I should say action movies with a sci-fi twist. You were on the ballpark. You said space. Yeah, so you have Cowboys and Aliens, which is, of course, literally a Western with aliens in it. The Island, which is a sci-fi movie that deals with cloning. Starship Troopers, of course, bugs in space on another planet. And then Serenity, which is another one that's like a space Western, pretty much.
That's Paul Haagen-Dazs, right? What's his name?
Paul Haagen-Dazs is, Paul Verhoeven for Starship Troopers.
Verhoeven, yeah.
Paul Haagen-Dazs. I like that name better. That's pretty good. So next week, it will be The Island. And we will have, of course, Pablo on for X-Men, or X2, X-Men United, and The Island, which is a Michael Bay film. I don't know if you've never seen The Island, but...
No, I've never seen it.
It's one of our first Michael Bay movies.
Cowboys and Aliens. So those are two movies I've never seen.
John Favreau directed that one. And you have Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, James Bond, and Indiana Jones, a couple of your favorites. Olivia Wilde and her big forehead. I don't know. You might like it. Pablo will be here as our guest for both of those episodes. So stay tuned for those coming up.
And thank you so much, Scott, joining us on these 2 lovely episodes.
You did a great job, Scott. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, maybe you get other movies down the line. You could pick some other ones from the list. I mean, we have a big ass list.
Come true.
I've been waiting my whole life for this opportunity
to be on the Action Movie Guys podcast. Anyway, with that said, guys, who want to follow us on our social media accounts, please follow Nate over Instagram at Netflix Reviews. Check out the podcast with him and his friends called Netflix Movie Reviews. Head over to the Action Movie Guys podcast over on Instagram. Then head over to geeksandflix.com for all things Action Movie Guys podcast, movie reviews, all there. That's all our archive website. And then, of course, follow Scott over at Instagram at JoJo Joker Movies. Right?
Joe Joker's
movies.
Joe Joker's movies.
Joe Jokers. Why do I keep saying JoJo?
You had that extra Joe in there.
I don't know why. Joe
I'm the
Joker.
Triple Joe.
Yeah, Joe Joker Movies.
Yes.
On Instagram. Other than that, I'm your host, Alex Figueroa. No, I'm not your host.
I'm your host.
Other than that,
Nate
he
from
is your
Netflix
host.
Reviews.
And I'm his co-host, Alex Figueroa. And our special guest was
Scott, a.k.a. Joe Joker's movies.
Yes. We also do each other and geek out.